What screams insecurity but most people don't realize? When you achieve something or improve your life in any way, and their first instinct is to tease or make fun of you, it actually screams instant jealousy. I went back to school and a judgmental friend said, "Wow, how old will you be when you're done?" I said probably the same age I'd be if I never went back. Always having something negative to say when something good happens to someone else. For example, "Oh, you're going to hate that new job," or "They should have done X instead." Just be happy that someone else is happy. When they found a point that makes them look better than the other person and continue to overstay on that point. Never apologizing. Some people will twist the story, change the way it happened and retell it so convincingly that they'll believe their own nonsense but will never apologize. I struggle with this into my early 30s. Not from a place of narcissism or gaslighting, I hope, but something that came out during therapy. My dad would frequently say sorry isn't good enough to me whenever I did something bad or wrong. It really punched me in the face when I realized that him instilling into me that apologizing wasn't good enough really made it hard for me to do that as an adult. Therapy is wild, man. Constantly talking crap on other people for an inflated sense of self-worth. Used to have a friend that was really fixated on bad-mouthing a specific girl. With time I realized that everything my friend hated about this other girl were things she actually did as well, so she was just insecure about her own flaws and projecting. That friendship didn't last long. Taking a situation that was never about you or had you involved in it and somehow making it all about yourself and playing victim, even though you had meddle in it, and make yourself the victim. My wife's boss fired someone recently and has been going on for 3 days about how hard it was to do that. Even calling my wife at home to profess her broken emotional state over it. "Girl, you weren't the one who got fired before Christmas, and you could have waited the 2 weeks if it's so much on your conscience." Explaining how smart you are. One with your intellect just cannot comprehend the astute difference of my mental superiority. Ridiculing other people's achievements. Mocking, overly criticizing others. Insulting your friend in front of others to be cool. I was friends with a guy, back in my high school days, who did that in the company of girls he liked. And we all made fun of each other, as friends do, but as soon as a girl he liked was around he would straight up start insulting people in hopes he will tarnish her opinion of us so he would have a better chance with her. It was freaking annoying. Jealousy over little things. On the flip side, being open about your insecurities and really trying to overcome them is a great character trait. I see a lot of comments here branding common insecurities as red flags, and I don't think one should consider insecurities inherently evil. Being insecure doesn't make you a bad person. It's how you let your struggles control you that defines whether they are problematic or not. That is something I only realized as I got older. Everyone has their hang-ups. What I look for in a person is if they have insight into their issues and they are working to make themselves better. Having no insight into yourself and your issues is bad, but not as bad as having the insight and refusing to change your behaviors for the better. When they can give you crap all day but can't take it back whatsoever. Putting other people down and bragging. Never trust a friend who speaks ill of his comrades. When people one-up you. In terms of leadership, it's when someone can't, or won't, take input from the rest of their team and tries to act like they have all the answers. I was this type of insecure leader once, and I thought that if I used the idea of someone with less experience then everyone would think I was a weak leader. But after I was removed from that position I had to work for a lot of managers who did a lot of the same stupid crap that I was doing but magnified due to years of insecurity/habit/karma. I have since learned that if I hear people out, discuss a course of action, go with other people's ideas, and especially give them credit, you gain exponentially more influence and respect. That even people who have little experience should have their input considered. I feel horrible for the people who had to work with me, but now I don't just act like a more capable leader, I am a more capable leader. Good on you for figuring this out. Currently dealing with a new manager like this. I tried telling her how our team felt about a certain project she put on us, which was not feasible for a number of reasons, but she didn't want to hear it. So I had to go above her head to her manager to get it axed. I really hope she learns this lesson soon. The inability to take any criticism at all. Mocking other people's insecurity. It's usually projection. When they can't make fun of themselves. Obsessing over hierarchies, or who is ahead and who is behind in life. I have a friend that literally only wants to talk about ahead and behind. Doesn't matter if it's the first time seeing him in literal months. It's all he wants to talk about. I mean, he has really done well for himself compared to most others in our social group, and good for him, but I have my own insecurities about being one of the behinds and would love to not be reminded of this fact when I'm out trying to have a good time. The incessant need to compare. My avatar is more colorful than yours. I'm an alpha male. Those handshakes that are firm to the point you wonder if they're actually trying to hurt you. My friend, in his 40s, who has to tell me who he slept with and show me pictures of them, every time we meet up. I feel like I should start taking pictures of the beers I drink when I'm not with him so I can show him when we catch up. Mocking other people's physical features or personal character traits. We get it, you're projecting. When they can't take constructive criticism. Being loud and domineering in every conversation. Being a bully. Always being judgy about other people. Very specific, but just thought of those people in the workplace who are constantly afraid of losing their position and carry a very passive-aggressive attitude. They also constantly gossip to other coworkers/higher-ups about you behind your back, constantly nitpicking at little problems to make you look bad. It's a sad, sorry defense mechanism. Bragging and giving yourself titles. Domineering, loud and braggadocious. Constantly fishing for compliments and approval, e.g. will speak poorly of themselves in hopes of receiving compliments. People who speak poorly of others who are happy and enjoying life are also insecure emo, especially speaking poorly of people who have more money than them. Insecurity can manifest in different ways and can be difficult to detect, as people often try to hide or cover up their insecurities. Some common behaviors or actions that may indicate insecurity include seeking constant validation or reassurance. If a person constantly seeks validation or reassurance from others, it could be a sign that they are insecure and unsure of themselves. Putting others down. People who are insecure may try to make themselves feel better by belittling or putting others down. Overcompensating. Someone who is insecure may try to overcompensate by boasting or exaggerating their achievements or abilities. Being overly critical of themselves or others. Insecurity can sometimes lead to excessively criticizing oneself or others. Being overly defensive. If a person becomes defensive or reactive when their beliefs or actions are questioned, it could be a sign of insecurity. It is important to remember that everyone experiences insecurity at some point in their lives, and it is a normal part of being human. However, it is important to address and work on insecurities healthily to promote personal growth and well-being. Thanks ChatGPT. Selling NFTs of yourself. Oh no, I'm not jealous like other girls. He can like and talk and watch other girls' body parts. I'll watch with him. It's fun, girl, you're convincing yourself, not me. Looking through these comments to see if there's anything you do listed here. Gossiping and triangulation. Talking about someone they have an issues with to other people, without addressing the issue directly with the person whom they have a problem with, screams insecurity. For years my dad triangulated against my brother, mother and myself in turns. During the lockdown I worked on myself and got a better understanding of my dysfunctional family. I called a meeting with my mother and brother. We agreed to some basic rules when my father is talking crap about someone in the family. 1. Do not immediately believe what he says. If you must, double check with the person he is accusing. 2. If he pressures you to intervene with someone on his behalf, refuse. If he has a problem with someone, he has to deal with that person directly, like a grown-up. One-upping people on everything. The inability to accept silence as part of a conversation. Trying to justify every mistake, usually it's minimal, but once you notice someone that does it, you just can't stop noticing it when they do it. Posting pictures of yourself with tons of filters on. Making fun of people who read or other hobbies that teach you things. Hey, thanks for subscribing and liking. It really means a lot to me. While you are here, feel free to hop on over to the last video. See you there. Ronnie.